Hi everyone, welcome to bio class. I am Shubha. As you know that we had already started this chapter 2, that we will start today here, female gametogenesis. And then female gametogenesis is called megasporogenesis. So we will study today megasporogenesis. Right, megaspore. Now then, how it will be. So then in previous class what we have done, I told about the female reproductive organs. Style, stigma, style, ovary, we have done and everybody knows that. Now then we will see what is the actual function of these. How the style work, how the stigma work, how that ovary work. Right? As you know the bulging portion, and again just recall your memory that it will be stigma, then stylish neck, then bulging portion, this one, right? Inside this one, inside this ovary, stigma, style, ovary. Inside ovary, ovule is there, right? That is ovule. It depends because that ovule will form seeds. So there that will depend on the number. If only one ovule is there, it means only one seed is there. If 2, 3 means you can count that seeds, how many seeds inside the fruit, and then you just can tell about that how many seeds or how many ovules are there. Means how the number of seeds equivalent to number of ovules. So here we can say that will be 1. I am showing that only 1. This one is ovary. Ovary, you know, after fertilization, ovary turns into fruits. And then that ovule will become into seeds. So we will actually, first of all, we will see how it will be. This ovule attached with the ovarian wall through the placenta, right? So then we can draw in, I have drawn here middle, we can draw here. Means this is a one stalk like structure, then the ovules are there, only one ovule I am drawing. This stalk like structure is called funicle, right? This one is called the wall attachment of this is called placenta. Remember class 11, placentation, the arrangement of ovule with that ovarian wall, that arrangement is called placentation. And we have heard about, we read about that how many placentations are there, different type of axial, parietal, central axis, means number of. So now we are not going to for this placentation, only we are talking about that arrangement of with this wall, this ovule, this is ovule. This is ovary. The main gamete, female gamete, is produced in this ovule. So we will study about that one, how it will be, what is the structure of that attachment of this one, ovule and funicle. This is called hilum. Right? Now see, we will take only one part of this ovule. In what way? This is funicle, you can say, that is hilum, and then this one ovule. Right, and now then here ovule, that some is, it will be just open in that. Here you can say teguments are there. This one is like this. This is called outer integument, and this is called inner integument. Right? Now then that will end is this free end, open is it is micropyle. Opening is are responsible for the female gamete formation. Means as in case of we have seen in that male gametogenesis and microsporogenesis, we have seen sporogenous tissue, right? As in case of male, we are talking about the male sporogenous tissue. Here we are talking about a female, that is called nucellus or nucellus cells and nucellus tissues there. Means where the sporogenous tissues is responsible for the male gamete formation, here nucellus cells. And as in case of microsporogenesis, we can have difference also. In microsporogenesis, sporogenous tissue responsible. In female gametogenesis, nuclear cells are responsible. Now the means they will go for meiotic division and they will produce gamete. Now then, as in case of that in sporogenous tissue, all cells of sporogenous tissue, I had given example 100 cells. So now then all cells are responsible for meiotic division and they will produce, each sporogenous cells will produce 4 daughter cells. But here it is not so. That is different from that. While we have got number of pollen grains we are getting, but in that case only one. So here among these all nuclear cells, we will only one of that which will just towards the micropyline that will be behaving or that will be responsible for meiotic division. May suppose that we are taking this one, right? One sporogenous tissue cell, one is nuclear tissue, one of that all cells, one will just act as a MMC. MMC means megaspore mother cell. As in case of their sporogenous tissues are there, or that is called PMC, pollen mother cell. But here we are calling it megaspore mother cell, means MMC. But this cell will be responsible for the female gamete formation, or that is a mother. Mother, they are giving birth to the new gamete. So here that time this is 2N. All these cells are of this 2N diploid condition. This one also be diploid. Now then they will go for meiotic division, only one. In case of male, all cells of sporogenous tissue, they will go for meiotic division. But here only one. This is the reason. यही वो है कारण है कि we have got only, हमें केवल एक ही मिला. यहाँ पे हमें केवल एक ही मिलेगा. यहाँ वहाँ पर हमें क्या मिला? The number of how many cells of sporogenous tissues are there? The same number of male pollen grains are there. But here it is not so. Only among all these nuclear cells that will act as a megaspore mother cell. Act as means they will go for meiotic division. Is that clear? Now then you see that one, the other cells of nuclear cells, they are providing nutrition. Other cells of nuclear cells, they will provide nutrition. Means they will get the food is getting, it is getting food from these nuclear cells. Means they are providing nourishment. As in case of, again just recall here in microsporogenesis, in microsporogenesis, tapetal cells are providing nutrition. But in megasporogenesis, nuclear cells are providing nutrition for this development of this female gamete. Is it clear? So now what will happen there? We will see here. Means first sporogenous tissue will go, that is 2N number. They will go first meiotic division. Meiotic division 1. Then we have got 2 daughter cells are there. That 2 daughter cells are haploid, same as we have done in microsporogenesis. Then again meiotic division second will take place, means meiotic division. Now we have got 4 daughter cells are there, right? Inside this one we have got 4 daughter cells, and these cells are providing nutrition to that division, right? Meiotic division. So now we have got haploid now, that is starting from diploid 2N. Now we have got all cells are haploid, right? In that, in one cell what will happen? In that, and nuclear cells are providing nutrition, slowly that cells are being consumed by this. Now then what will happen there? Inside this cell, no cytoplasm, means no cytokinesis will occur, only karyokinesis. So we have got 4 daughter cells. Here we can say, yes, we can make it here 4 daughter cells, right? What will happen in that 4 daughter cells? Towards the micropyline, that nuclei will remain active, and next one, this one, it will be active and that will be degenerated. All these 3 cells will be degenerated, but only one will be active. Functional, you can say, that is called functional, means towards the micropyline. Which will be towards the micropyline, that is functional nuclei. Now then after this it will go for mitosis. Meiotic division will occur only one time. Then we have got the haploid number of cells. Here we have got haploid number of cells. Now then what will happen after this? That will be degenerated, means all these three will be degenerated. Then they will divide into mitotic division. So then after this mitotic, we can write here mitosis. As you see this mitosis, only two daughter cells are produced. So then we have got here two nuclei are there. No cytokinesis will take place this till now. After that it will happen here. The three are generated right here, and then we have got two cells, both are N. After this again mitosis will occur. Right? Then again it will be two are there, then we have got 4. Means from this 2, from this 2. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4. So now here also, then 1, 2, 4. Again they will go for mitotic, one more mitosis is there. Mitosis. Then we have got again 4 will become, each nuclei will 2, they will form 2. So now then we have got 8. Like we can write like this. Okay. This one 4. This one it is 8 nucleate cell. This is called 8 nucleate cell, which will be here. In 4 then we have got here 8. Now then that is development of this. Here the male it will provide first of all embryo sac. That is a female gametophyte. It will be embryo sac, mature development of embryo sac. Now then in that case what will happen there? In mitosis that will occur 8 nucleate stages there. In this 8 nucleate, after this mitosis will stop. When no further mitosis is there. That is 1, 2, 3 times mitosis occur. After that the arrangement of these cells, means you can say cytokinesis will take place. Now where these all 8 nuclei are there, they will arrange in a cell, or in that you can say we will just form, that will happen here. अब इसको हम we can, because the nuclear cells will are consumed, you can say suppose, and now then in between we have got this mature embryo sac. 8 nucleate stage is this one. Now what will happen? Then here these three are together. These three are together. Both will move towards the opposite ends. Means here 4 cells are there. Here the 3 cells will be here. And rest of the another opposite end of the chalazel end towards that will be, again that will be 3. The 6 nuclei are used, means 3 are there or 3 are there. Now in between 2 are there, that these 2 nuclei are there, that will be in middle. Right? Now this time what is it called? We can see here that one, in suppose that will be egg apparatus. These are, shall I rub this one? So then we can, हम इसमें नाम लिख लेंगे अच्छी तरह. Right? Now then, chalo. This one. See here that one. First of all, this is called synergids. Now this one is called egg cell or egg apparatus. Egg cell. Combined it is called egg apparatus. This is called central cell. This is called, these are antipodal cells here. So now what will be there? This condition is there. You can see here 7 cell stage. 1, 2, 3. 3 synergids are there. You can write here 3 synergid cells, 3 antipodal cells, 1 central cell. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That condition called 7 celled stage. This is called 7 celled stage. Right? This is called 7 celled stage. Now, but how many nuclei are there? Each cell is having nucleus, haploid nucleus. Right? So then 8 nucleate. This condition is called 7-celled 8 nucleate stage. This is called 7-celled 8 nucleate stage. And that is called mature embryo sac. This is called mature embryo sac. Now means that is also called female gametophyte. As in case of we see that one male gametophyte is pollen grain, right? Female gametophyte, that is female. This embryo sac is called female gametophyte. Same, I told about this. Those bodies producing spores, that is called sporophyte. Those will produce gamete, that is called gametophyte. So here embryo sac is producing female gamete. Now then that is female gamete, that is egg cell, right? So now then that is called embryo. Complete is called embryo sac. So now then that inside that embryo sac, female gamete is produced, formed. You can say inside this ovary is also. Ovary you can say. ओव्यूल ऑल्सो, ओव्यूल के अंदर है ओवरी. ये क्या, इसके चारों तरफ ओवरी है, फिर ओव्यूल है, फिर एम्ब्रियो सैक है. तो यू कैन से ये ओवरी भी तो फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट हुआ, या ओव्यूल भी फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट हुआ. बट वी कैन से इनर मोस्ट उसका आउटर कवरिंग है. उसका बाद में ओवरी विल बिकम फ्रूट, दैट विल बिकम सीड. ये बनना है ना सीड, तो इसके अंदर क्या है आपका फीमेल गैमीट है. तो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट. दिस वन इज. And pollen grain is produced male gamete. That's what is called male gametophyte. So now this is about the mature embryo sac. Now then the next topic is there, which I have told about this chapter, that is fertilization. Before that fertilization, we should know about the pollination. Or pollination means transfer of gametes. Whatever the pollen grain we have seen, the male gamete in angiosperm plants, these are not motile. They cannot move itself. They are coming to female gamete. It is true, they are coming to male gamete, but they cannot move itself. They want some agents. Those agents will carry them, and then they will move towards the style. That is inside the ovary. Ovary, then style. First of all stigma, then style, then ovary. Then it will come to the embryo, ovule. Then it will come to the embryo sac. So now then it means before that, first of all, before fertilization, we should know how pollination occurs, right? Now then how pollination require, as I told about this, they cannot, male gametes also not motile in angiosperm plants. So then they will have to, they require some agents. Pollination means gamete, that is also called gamete transfer. Means how that gametes will come from male body to female. Now then that is because in that it will not move. Female gametes is stationary. When we talk about animals, when we talk human beings, that is stationary. Now then pollen grains will come here. Pollen grain is not actually a gamete. Inside the pollen grain, gametes are there. So now then that will be, they require some agent. Through that agents may be biotic or maybe abiotic, right? Biotic and abiotic. In biotic you can say birds, insects, animals, all these are biotic or living things. But when we talk about abiotic, means non-living. That is air or wind, water, and in wind and water, these two are there. So now then these are abiotic. First we talk about wind. Means when the pollen grains will move, transfer through wind current and to reach the female. So that is called abiotic. When they will reach through water current, that will come to the aquatic. That is called hydrophily. Hydrophily. Water means mostly that you can say that is mostly aquatic plants. In aquatic plants also, but the difference is there. In aquatic plants, different type of plants are there. Some are floating or some are submerged. Floating plants, their flowers are above the water surface. they are just insects can also come there. Through water current the pollination can be occurred. So then in water more near about 30% plants are there, aquatic plants are there, those can pollinated by water. Otherwise, being aquatic plants, it is not 100% that can be pollinated by only water. They can be through that wind or insects also. As an example, water lily is given according to NCERT. Water lily plant is given aquatic plant, but that is a wind pollinated. Water lily, water hyacinth. Sorry, what I have written there. Water lily. Then that will be water hyacinth, Eichhornia, Terror of Bengal. These two are aquatic, being aquatic plant, but they are being pollinated by wind, right? So only very less number of aquatic plants, those are being pollinated by water. And the one condition in that water, that is they are having the waxy coated surface of that plant flower, so that those gametes cannot be decaying. Mucilaginous covering around this embryo sac or ovule, so that being in touch with the water, they cannot be damaged. When we talk about the wind pollinated, maximum number of plants are being pollinated by wind. They are exposed stamen, exposed feathery stigma. Exposed stamen, so easily that pollen grain will move through water current towards the stigma, and in that stigma, feathery stigma means they can trap that pollen grain. So the characteristics are there. One, you can say that will be exposed stamen. Second one, that will be feathery stigma. So then through these feathers they can trap that pollen grain. Then only single ovule also there. Means some characteristics of these are, those are enable the plant through wind. They can be pollinated by wind. So now these are some few characteristics are there. Now when we talk about insects, maximum plants are being pollinated by insects, and you know that main characteristic of there means in those plants which are being pollinated by insects, they are colorful. So maximum flowers are colorful, petals are there, the different color or beautiful colors are there. To attract the insect, they will come and to sit on that flower. Second, they will be having the fragrance. Fragrance means their own smell, because again that will be ovary. Now then here micropyle and ovule. This one ovary, ovule, embryo sac. Here that micropyle and. Now then you see that inside it what will be there? Synergids are there. Synergids and axil, here antipodal cells or here central cell. Now then you know in one pollen grain two gametes are there. Now then pollen grain will be there, intine, then exine, in that germ pore is there, that is a two gametes stage or two cell stage also and three cell stage also. But you know that 60% angiosperm plants are there, those are having only two cell stage. Suppose that will be, that pollen grain will be in the two cell stage. So now that will be one mitotic division will take place here. Now then pollen tube will form through the, you know that high resistance sporopollen, pollen tube will form from the intine made up of cellulose. Now then it will come, मैंने बहुत दूर बना दिया ना, it should be just near this here, यहाँ बनना चाहिए. ये गैमीट है, then pollen tube बन रही है इसकी. Now outer side में, now then two gametes are there. So now then pollen tube will arising to insert in that, because that is stigma is called landing part. This is a passage for pollen tube. Now then one by one gametes will be, one gamete and two gametes, they will come and then they will, now then that will enter through the micropyle end. Now here the synergids are there. Around the synergids some filiform apparatus is also there. Some filiform apparatus means first of all that will come to the filiform, just near the filiform apparatus. They will send it to the synergids. Synergids will guide them. Now then that pollen tube will come to this one, and then first nuclei will come. First will come to fuse with the, first of all, which will fuse? Central cell. Now in that central cell, two cells are there. Now that first gamete will fuse with this central cell. Another gamete will come down and that will be attached, fused with the egg cell. So first fertilization will take place, first fusion will take place between central cell or having polar, it is also called two polar nuclei. Two polar nuclei and plus one male gamete. Right? One male gamete. Now then that will produce this time there. The result of this fusion, what is there? Two polar nuclei, means they have got 2n. This one only one. Then we have got the product of this. It's called endosperm. What is it called? Endosperm. Now then endosperm will become triploid. Triploid means 2n plus n. It will become 3n. Right? Endosperm. And such type of fusion, two nuclei and one nuclei, three nuclei will fuse together. That is called, this is called triple fusion. This is called triple fusion. Now and then second one, अब second gamete will come. पहला आया फ्यूज हुआ सेंट्रल गैमेट से, देन सेकेंड वेल विल कम डाउन. नाउ सेकेंड वेल, बिकॉज सिनर्जिस आर गाइडिंग देम, these are the guiding them, and now then that will towards the egg cell, and now then second gamete and egg cell, egg or female gamete you can say, that is again haploid, then male gamete, then fuse together, that is also haploid, then they have got zygote, that will become 2n, and this one is called syngamy. This type of fusion is called syngamy. Right? And you see that two types of fusion will take place. One is a triple fusion, second one is syngamy. So that is called, the दो तरीके के हो गए ना, एक आपका हो गया ट्रिपल फ्यूजन, आपके दो पोलर न्यूक्लियाई प्लस वन मेल गैमेट. नाउ दैट दीज टू आर double fertilization, that is called double fertilization. Two fusion, as or since two fusions will take place, this is called double fertilization. Right? Means here two fusion will take place. So now then after that what will happen? These synergids which will be guiding that male gamete where they should go. Now after that fusion will take place, then that will be degenerated. उनका काम यही है, वो इसी काम के लिए बने थे, और उसके बाद ख़त्म. Now the antipedal cells, that will also be degenerated without any specific work is there, but only for distribution point of view, that n cell will be, means कहीं तो जाना था न्यूक्लियस को, माइटोसिस हो रही थी, हाँ, for 3 times the mitotic division will take place. So now then उसको कहीं जाना था तो वो antipedal cells में आए. After that no specific work is there, that will also be degenerated, वो भी ख़त्म. Now then अब क्या होगा? केवल we have got क्या बचा? Endosperm and zygote. Means here that this product of triple fusion is endosperm, which is triploid. Product of syngamy is zygote, which is triploid. Now first you see that first fusion will be triple fusion. पहला fusion कौन सा है? Triple fusion. Why? Because you see that when the embryo sac is जब बन रहा था female gamete, then the food is given by the nucellar cells. Slowly, gradually, these are degenerated, khatam or consumed. That will be consumed after this formation. Now then, further development, you know that embryonic development will take place after fertilization. They will also require food. Any process, they require food for the growth and development. In the embryo, embryonic development, food is required. So from where they will get that food? So for this zygote for the zygote development or embryo development, that endosperm will provide food. Endosperm will provide food. So now that is called, because the question will be what is the reason why the first triple fusion will occur? Because that food will be ready. After that will be, so that it's a further development. They require food. They are getting food from endosperm. Right? So now this is the about double fertilization. Now then endospermic development. In endospermic development, that one, first of all endospermic development will take place, and then the zygote, as I told, because endosperm will provide food. So now then, in that, what will be endospermic development having 2 steps. Shall I rub it? I think everything is clear, that one. Now then, embryonic development. In embryonic development, 2 steps are taking, endospermic development, 2 steps are being taken place. Now one is the embryonic, again I am saying, endospermic development. There are 2 steps. First one is called free nuclear development. Free nuclear development, that is called cellular development. Right, means there are 2 steps are taking place, means slowly, gradually. Then endospermic development. Endosperm development is there. One is a free nuclear, means first of all without cytokinesis, no cellular structure is formed. Then the nucleus mitotic division will take place, because everywhere after this, in any way, only at the time of gamete formation, meiotic division will take place. The rest of that all development will be through mitotic division. So now then mitotic division, because there is no change in the chromosome number now, that will be triploid. Now then they multiply. Then multiply again and again, a number of nuclei is there without any cytokinesis, karyokinesis occur. So that time, that is called free nuclear development. So number of nuclei will be there, that will be formed in the liquid form. Starting that is free nuclear form, that is in liquid form. Number of nuclei they are floating here and there. Now the best example of this, when the coconut is given according to NCERT also, example is given coconut. As you know, coconut water you are drinking, that coconut water nothing is there. That is free nuclear development of endosperm. That is endosperm, and initial stage of endosperm where the only nuclear division will take place without cytokinesis, followed by the cytokinesis. That time that is a liquid stage which we are drinking. As you see, that just near about slowly after this, cytokinesis will take place. Slowly cells formations are there. It will become thick and solid portion. Then that cellular development is there. And again they come to the coconut. In the coconut you have just eaten the cream. Now that cream is, that will be the starting, after that cytokinesis will take place. Slowly they will become solid, which will be, that will be in that stick on the